Oh, really?
I have three hats.
The carpenter's door is always broken.
All right, all right.
But you actually have a very interesting story when you came to Dubai. Who got you into computers in the first place? I'm sure there was someone that introduced you to this.
Actually, no. I was passionate about technology, and even
Okay.
when I was a kid, I loved to take screwdriver and
And,
opening things.
and this is one of your books and probably the most popular one. What does pizza have to do with digital marketing?
Nothing.
Nothing. Okay,
I'm
there you
joking.
go. That is a very catchy name. If you had a crystal ball and you were looking into it, where would you see the digital market going in the next 10 years? Virality or consistency?
Oh, you wanna reveal all of the secrets of my book, so nobody's gonna buy the book anymore.
4, 3, 2, 1. Chris,
Hey,
for
how are
coming.
you?
Good. How are you?
All good,
Thank
all
you
good.
for
Thank
coming.
you. Welcome. Thank you for inviting me.
You're most welcome. This is your place right now, so you can mi casa y su casa.
Very nice.
So I want you to do your own introduction because that's usually how I start all of my podcasts. So I'll let you tell all the audience who Chris is.
All right, that's a surprise. Very good. So, I was born in Italy, and since 99, I live outside of Italy. Everyone is telling why you left this amazing country with beautiful food, with beautiful landscape, etc.,
Yeah.
to live in Dubai. But it's because in 2000, in the year 2000, I decided that my life was gonna be in Dubai. I came here once, and I decided that this was my place. And then I work around to make sure that to build all of the things that I achieve.
Nice.
Quick things about myself. I am wearing three hats. The first hat, the main one, is my digital marketing company, which I opened in Dubai in 2010. So for 14 years, I'm running campaign for organization. But this is something that I've been doing it since 2003, because there is where I launched my first digital marketing campaign. And I used to work for Oracle in Dublin, in Ireland. And that's when I realized that these things is big and can help any organization. And I start in Oracle. And then the third hat, I have a father with wife and two kids. So you know that we need the first two hats to afford
Exactly.
the third one, right?
Especially if you live in Dubai,
Exactly.
right? Like I mean, you need 500 hats sometimes if you would like to live a specific lifestyle.
Exactly.
2 hats might not be enough.
Actually, with my second hat also, I've been teaching digital marketing for the last 12 years.
Nice.
So I am one of the lecturer for the Digital Marketing Institute, actually for one of the first lecturer for the Digital Marketing Institute. And then I've been teaching for Informa, PricewaterhouseCoopers,
Nice.
Ernst & Young, and now as well for Kotler Business School, that has been ranked already #1 business school in the world.
Wow.
So that's just to keep myself busy. And then I'm always learning and then sharing knowledge with my students, with executives. And until now, I've been teaching more than 16,000 executives,
Nice.
not only in the Middle East, but across 4 continents.
Nice.
And then I've been speaking at more than 130 conferences worldwide, including Google, NASA, and the World Economic Forum, just to name a few. I'm sure that if you Google my name, Professor Christian Farioli, a lot of interesting picture and stories comes out.
And a lot of content. You actually have good content on social media. I like it. It's nice.
I like to create content, even though I spend the minimum amount of time
Yeah,
in
yeah.
my social, because typically I take videos from conferences or something that I do, and then my team just cut, chop and
Yeah.
paste and post it in different social. So, as we say, the son of the cobbler go barefoot, something like this.
If we have something similar in Arabic, we say Bab al-Najjar mkhallawi. It's basically the carpenter's door is always broken.
All right.
You know, you're a carpenter. You're supposed
Right.
to have perfect wood everywhere.
Right, because to
But-
produce content, it takes a lot of time. And unfortunately, I prefer to spend the time with my clients and with my
Yeah.
students rather than producing content for myself.
Yeah, it does. It does. But yeah, thank
Very
you
good.
for an introduction. But you actually have a very interesting story when you came to Dubai. and I want you to share that because I thought it was very funny when you told me about it.
All right. So what's
Because you come from a family of textile, like you come from a family that was in the textile industry for what, 3, 4 generations?
Yes, for like 3 generations.
Yeah.
And I was the crazy guy going somewhere else, doing something else, and abandoning textile. And it was a little bit sad when I saw my parents' company close down.
Oh.
But actually, my father was happy because he realized that the textile was not going to last forever. Even though I come from Italy, especially from a region near Milano, where is most of the production of the fashion come from.
Yeah.
But my father realized that textile was something that was going to fade because he noticed China in Eastern of Europe and many other countries that they start competing with Italy. And then he was ready to know that sooner or later was going to disappear. And I was always passionate about computer technology.
But who got you into computers in the first place? I'm sure there was someone that introduced you to this.
Actually, no. I was passionate about technology, and even when I was a kid, I loved to take screwdriver and opening things. Actually, I saw my father when he was fixing something, maybe like a disc reader or something like this, or radio cassette, something that was not working. He was just fixing it with screwdriver, and I got the passion for it.
Yeah.
And then when I was, I think, 12 years old, they gave me my first computer, the ZX Spectrum, 48 kilobyte. I still remember it. It was a small black, and to play games, you need to put the cassette and stuff like this. Yeah. And that's how I started. But my father, the best technology he loved used to be normal camera, like photo camera, and video camera. So he got one of those big video camera where if you want to bring them around, you need to put like a big backpack with the VCR recorder with batteries and cable and stuff. And that was his top-notch technology. Yeah. But when it was about computer, he realized it was too difficult for him, so he never want to learn. Yeah. Even in his company, he had people with a typewriter and stuff like this. That was back in the days, guys. And then he always told me that he believed that the computer things that I was so passionate about, he was going to be the future. Yeah. And then
and he was right.
Back in the days, there were not many computers, especially in Italy. Yeah. And actually, it was absolutely right. And then the funny story to how I came to Dubai, because, thanks to his work, we were traveling to a couple of two or three places every year for holiday. Maybe for summertime, maybe for wintertime. And I got the chance to visit the huge city, the huge capital in the world. We went to Washington, to New York, Miami, London, Paris, many cities. And every time you go abroad, you see different place, different culture, different styles. And but something that Italians, we always complain when we go abroad, that how is that possible that nobody can cook a decent plate of spaghetti? So easy and simple, nobody can do it. Even if you go to 5-star hotel everywhere, nobody can do it.
I want to know from a real Italian, what is the secret? Just a quick random question. What is the secret to making a good spaghetti? What is it?
You need to have the material first, the ingredient first, and then you need to put it in the right time, in the right order. And when I say in the right time, it's about 1 minute difference. It makes a difference from a good one to the bad one.
1 minute. Wow. Okay. And obviously the pasta has to be done in a specific way.
The tomato should come from the right source. The mozzarella should be the right things, the right type, etc. Okay, I don't want to bother. Make you guys
it was just an off-topic question.
And then in the year 2000, I remember Easter of the year 2000, we came to Dubai.
Oh, really?
2 weeks in holiday.
So it was, at that time, it was known?
No, it was not popular at all.
It wasn't popular, okay.
We have heard from Italy, typically Dubai was famous for the offshore boat racing.
Yes.
And
the Victory
and
team.
That's it. The Victory team, nothing else.
Yeah.
People talk about Dubai only for that. And that year was recently opened Burj Al Arab Hotel. So that's why Dubai started entering in the international tourism map. But for very few people, because people that didn't even know about it. Yeah. But since we like to travel to new places, etc., and then they decided to have a holiday in Dubai. Okay. And then I came here, and we were staying in Jebel Ali Golf Resort.
Oh my God, that's so far away.
Exactly. Imagine that.
That's where the shooting range is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But in the year 2000, there were not so many hotels.
Yeah.
Especially, we were supposed to book Jumeirah Beach Hotel, but it was already fully booked 6 months in advance.
Oh wow.
So, and that's just the next hotel was the Jebel Ali.
Yeah.
And then we went there, and then I realized that there were a green grass better than the UK, than a golf course. And then I noticed tennis courts. I noticed the beach was completely white sand with perfectly organized sunbeds, like to the level that I've never seen anywhere else in the world.
Yeah.
And on the best of the best, we went to the restaurant in the last floor of Jebel Ali Hotel Resort, and we ordered a lot of different food, and it was all absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Including pasta and pizza. And that's when I realized, man, this place is something phenomenal.
That's it. This is what.
No matter where you go, anywhere else in the world, you cannot find something as good as.
Yeah.
And that's when I realized the swimming pool. One, there was salty water.
Yeah.
One, there was chilled water.
Yeah.
And under the water, there was music. So there were speakers releasing music under the water.
In 2000, was all amazing for you.
It was no limits.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything like that.
Yeah.
Not even in the best hotels in New York or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
So, and I realized that this place was crazy. It was something worth exploring it more.
Yeah.
And then one morning, I remember that I was just chilling in a hammock. There was a hammock on the side of the beach. And my mother asked me, so what are you doing, Christian? Do you like Dubai? And I told her, look, Mom, I love this place. This place is crazy. I need to finish my university. I need to get a nice degree. I need to learn English. And then I need to build myself a curriculum, have a career. And then I'm going to be back to Dubai and I'm going to make myself rich. That's what I told her. Easter of 2000 in Dubai.
Wow.
And my mother told me, what, are you crazy? You want to come here and working in the desert?
Yeah.
And I mean, obviously she was laughing in a funny way, she told me. And then my father was listening at the conversation, but he didn't got it. And he asked my mother, so what he say? And my mother say, our crazy son say that he want to come here and working in the desert. And my father say, what?
Yeah.
Then I explained to him my plan. And he told me, look, Christian, if you stick with your plan, you have my blessing.
Wow.
And my mother say, no way. You need to come home with mom. You need to stay home with mom. Because I don't have siblings. I don't have brother and sister.
Ah, so you're only child?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
For an Italian, only child, the mother will want you to stay with her until you die.
Yeah, exactly.
But that was not really my plan. And so basically I start doing it. I start exactly pursuing my plan.
Nice.
Step by step. I joined Oracle in Ireland. And after some time, I moved to Madrid in Spain. And after Madrid, I say, that's an amazing place. I'm making good salary, good money, good job, etc. But I'm not fulfilled. I need a challenge. I need something that I'm dreaming of. I need to go to Dubai.
Yeah.
And I try to look for a position inside Oracle at the time. And the only position that they were open, when I tried to apply, they were asking me if I can speak Arabic fluent. I say, that's not going to happen. And then they tried to discourage me because I was achieving good results in Madrid, in Europe, etc. And then I decided, when the regional country manager came to visit me, and he say, look, Christian, so what you want to do? And I say, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not motivated anymore. I don't want to have my number to go down because that will be not good for the company. And so I decided to quit and go to Dubai. And it was like shock.
Wow.
Like, are you serious? And I did. Then I called my mother. And I say, Mom, I'm thinking maybe to leave Madrid. And I say, so what do I do? You are going to back to Italy?
No.
Not really. I say, what do you want to go? Dubai. So what? What are you doing in Dubai? But at least in Oracle, they're going to give you a nice package, a nice salary, nice position. Not really, because actually I decided that I'm going to go, and even without Oracle.
Oh my God.
So how are you going to go without Oracle? You have an amazing job, position, salary, and everything.
Yeah.
Yes, but Mom, I already quit.
Oh my God.
Panic. 30 seconds of silence. She got almost an heart attack. But then she knew that when I want to do something, I'll do it, no matter what. And that's it. And then I took one-way flight from Madrid to Dubai.
Yeah.
without passing through Italy.
Wow.
And I came here January 2007, and I realized, now what I'm gonna do here? Then on the way to an hotel,
Yeah.
I was in the taxi,
Yeah.
and the taxi driver asked me, so are you here for some exhibition? And I say, no, I'm here because I relocate, one-way flight. And the taxi driver say, it's normal, but a lot of people are doing that nowadays. I was thinking, that's a good sign, that's a good point. And then he asked me, I asked him, so do you think that I'm gonna find a job somewhere around here? And he told me, look around, how many buildings there are under construction. Somebody is gonna finish some office, and somebody in that office, they're gonna give you a job. That's a very, very good point. On top, I still remember
a very simplified way.
The way from the airport to Jebel Ali 7 years before, it was a normal lane, completely empty with no buildings, dark, not so big. 7 years later, Shadeshead Road, 7 lanes, so many buildings, areas under construction. It's really, 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 basically, it shocked me.
Yeah.
In a very positive way.
Yeah.
And that's how I start my journey in Dubai.
Wow. What a very interesting, nice, beautiful story. Like, because it's hard to see, it's not like, it's very common to see people pack up and leave and come to Dubai, but you actually left a very good job and a very good position to do this. So hats off to you, because not so many people would take that risk. But apart from that, you forgot to mention in your introduction that you're the author of not just one book, but 2 books.
Actually, 3.5 books.
3.5. Okay, there you go. And this is one of your books, and probably the most popular one.
Yes, indeed. It became a bestseller after less than 2 months in Amazon after I launched it.
Wow.
In the marketing category worldwide.
Wow.
That
Amazing.
was crazy.
Yeah, that is.
It took me 3.5 years to write it.
3.5 years.
450 pages. That's a brick. You can kill somebody with this. When I brought it to my editor, to my publisher, he say, but we agree on one book. These are 3 books together. I need to charge you 3 times. But it was very nice.
Yeah.
And,
I read the book. I listened to it because, as I told you, I listened to the book. I used Speechify.
Right.
Because for me, I'm a bit of a slow reader.
Right.
So I have to hear it. But maybe, hopefully, you'll have it on Audible. But I'm actually very curious. Why does this keep falling?
He doesn't like because you prefer audiobook.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm actually very curious, because out of all the names that you could have picked, the pizza guide to digital marketing. What does pizza have to do with digital marketing?
Nothing.
Okay,
I'm
there
joking.
you go.
Because in one of the first conference when I was speaking in Dubai, I need to introduce digital marketing, which was a topic that people may like it, may don't. Most of the people, they didn't even understand or didn't even know what it was digital marketing.
Yeah.
And then I come out with a metaphor, because I'm Italian, that digital marketing is like pizza, which means that it's very tasty. Okay. But if you miss even one single ingredient, you're not going to like it.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's how it comes out, the idea of pizza.
Okay.
And then when I talk about the book to one of my coach and mentor, Dave Crane, and that I was writing a book about digital marketing, etc., then he looked at me and he told me, the pizza guide to digital marketing. Boom. And here we are.
God.
Pizza.
That is a very catchy name.
Also, when I teach digital marketing, I've been teaching to more than 16,000 executives so far.
Wow.
In not only in the Middle East, but across 4 continents. And then, because I use a lot of metaphors, especially pizza, to explain very complex subjects, and then a lot of people remember the pizza. Even if you may think, but that's not professional. Yeah. I'm also a professor for the Kotler Business School, and I teach to MBA students, and so on and on and on. Pizza is not professional.
Yeah.
But again, people remember pizza.
Yeah.
If you're not Italian, it's not going to be easy for you to remember Christian Farioli. That's not so easy.
They're going to remember the pizza guy.
Exactly.
That teaches
and I
remember
marketing. After I've done one of the first training for a huge automotive client here in the Middle East. After more than 5 years, the head of HR, he called me And he said, Christian, I remember you, and I would like you to also to do some more training for us. I have also a speech in an important event that we organize, etc., etc. And then he told me, do you know why I still remember you after so many years? For two reasons. One, because every time I open LinkedIn, some of your post comes out. And second, because of the pizza. And I was thinking, wow, after 5 years, the number one HR guy for the major company in the region still remember me for the pizza.
Oh my God.
So that's
it's a hook. It's very catchy.
It's a hook.
Now, regarding digital marketing, and I know you're very passionate about it, what's the biggest misconception about digital marketing?
Very good question. Most of people think or believe that digital marketing is social media, which actually is not.
Yeah.
Digital marketing include social media and a lot of other things, but it's wrong to consider that just digital marketing is social media. And when I ask even senior officials from huge organization, what's your digital marketing strategy? Most of them, they still reply, well, let's ask my social media guy.
Yeah.
And I say, to the social media guy, we will know the social media strategy. If we ask the head of brands, the brand strategy, the CMO, the marketing strategy, but the digital marketing. Some of them comes out, oh yes, we have an SEO strategy. That's SEO strategy. But the overall digital marketing strategy, what it is.
Yeah.
And again,
no
companies
no one's able to give you an answer.
Exactly. And then what's happened? That's very simple. When you ask Facebook, what do you need to grow my company? Facebook, they will answer, you need Facebook ads.
Yes.
But you don't even know what my company is doing. Still, you need Facebook ads. If you ask Google, how can I grow my company? What do you think they're going to answer?
Yeah.
You need Google ads. And if you ask TikTok, what do you need? You need a TikTok.
Yeah.
And if you ask Snapchat, you need Snapchat ads. And if you ask a web agency, what do you need to grow my company? They will tell you need a new website.
Yeah.
But again, to have an holistic approach, holistic point of view, and being on top of everything, that is where allow us to understand deeply where the company stands and what the company needs to grow.
Yeah, amazing. And what would you say was the most interesting thing in digital marketing that has changed in the last 5 years?
A lot of things changed.
Yeah.
Something always stay. That's why in the book I mention also my digital marketing strategy, which I created 16 years ago.
Yeah.
And it's an evergreen strategy because 16 years
It
after
still
my strategy,
applies.
still there. And I can tell you 10 years from now, it's still going to apply the same.
Yeah.
So there are trends, obviously, every month or every week. And then, of course, if you are a B2B company, then it makes more sense to go more for LinkedIn or B2B tactic, like email, maybe some sort of pay-per-click. If you are a B2C company, if you focus on consumers, then social media is more for you. And then, of course, you do other tactics like SEO because you need to work on big numbers.
Yeah.
And there are many other tactics that work like that.
Okay.
In the last 5 years, basically, the marketing is keep shifting towards getting bigger, strong attention in every field, in every sector. And the big trend is that it doesn't matter if you are the biggest company in, I don't know, in the construction industry.
Yeah.
Nobody knows you, nobody notices you, because you disappear in the middle of all of the other attention grabber entities.
Yeah.
A restaurant grab much more attention than a construction company because it's cool. When you show a nice pizza, it looks better than show a guy with a helmet building a building or skyscraper or something like this. So it's not going to be easy for a construction company to get the attention of the audience. And that's what the marketeers, they need to understand that marketing as we know it, it's dying. And it's shifting all towards the content production and content creation.
Yeah. We're going to get
People
to
like to see your podcast because you are a human.
Yeah.
But if you start talking about your company, construction company, what you do in construction, why your company is amazing in construction, what are your clients, nobody cares. People will skip immediately.
Yeah.
So people like to be entertained, and who can entertain them? Not a boring person. Hello, I'm the pediatric surgery for the clinic with 15 years experience in Dubai. Believe me, I've seen videos like that.
Yeah.
People want to be entertained.
No, that's true. That's true. I actually do see some videos, and I'm like, I don't know
what's in it for me.
Yeah, who's advising you to do this because it's definitely not catchy. But like, if you had a crystal ball and you were looking into it, where would you see the digital market going in the next 10 years?
Heavy one-to-one.
Heavy one-to-one. What does that mean?
Basically, you have your audience, and you go after them. I mean, with business to consumer,
How is
it's
it
clear
different? How
and
is it
simple.
different now?
I mean, business to consumer is easy and simple. You need to spread a message,
Yeah.
and hopefully, the more people as possible they will see, they engage, they will click, they like, they buy, they enter, they visit your website, your product, your service, they buy your stuff, and that's fine. We've seen social network going and becoming e-commerce websites.
Yeah.
TikTok now is going to be the next website competing with Amazon, where you're going to showcase your product and people can buy the product directly from TikTok.
Yeah.
So the social network is shifting towards e-commerce. And in the B2B space, we see rising B2B influencers.
In the B2B rising, what? Okay, give me an example.
For example, I am one of the largest B2B influencer, but I'm not advertising it, not yet.
Okay.
Because if you are selling a business product, you cannot have a normal influencer showcasing or doing a stupid video on TikTok.
Right.
Maybe a lot of people are going to like it, but the audience...
But there's not going to be a lot of
technically should buy your
conversion.
stuff, they're not going to see the product.
Yeah. They
But-
need someone with authority, someone with experience, someone. Okay.
And that's why from the beginning, from more than 10 years, I focus myself on building a B2B profile.
Right.
Which in my case, in my LinkedIn, I am directly connected to 30,000 C-level executives. I'm connected to more than 9,000 CEOs,
Nice.
5,000 presidents, and 2,000 chairmen
Wow.
directly connected with me.
Yeah.
So that's what position myself in a different pedestal. When I post something, I don't care that 1 million people, they see my video. Absolutely not.
It's quantity over quality. It's quality over quantity.
Very good. I don't want to become like Kim Kardashian, that you go on the street and people stop you and take picture with you.
Yeah.
Very good friend of mine, Mr. Taster, he's the number one food influencer in the Middle East, and not only in the Middle East. Every month he gets 150 million viewers in his channel combined.
What's his name?
Mr. Taster, it's his hashtag is Hubert Sepinam.
Okay.
And you don't know Mr. Taster?
No, I'm
shocked. I'm shocked. All right. Anyway, Google him, guys, because
no offense to him, but
he's
I don't
so
know.
nice, so lovely human being.
Yeah.
And I've been with him once in Dubai Mall.
Yeah.
Every 30 seconds was stopped by somebody and take a picture with him.
Yeah.
So it's unbelievable. But in my case, I have my normal private life with my family, with my kids. I'm happy like that.
Yeah.
Then in any digital or artificial intelligence conference, then I'm the guy. I'm
Yeah.
a superstar.
Yeah.
And I want to keep it like that. And then again, the CEOs, they see my stuff.
Yeah.
And sometime, even in LinkedIn, they contacted me and they asked me to have a chat.
Yeah.
So typically the CEO is the kind of guy that never moves, always have a lot of people. Every person try to sell him something, which in my case, I get contacted by CEOs directly.
Yeah.
Because they want to have a chat with me. And more than happy to have a chat with them because I love the conversation.
Yeah.
Even if business is not going to be made, I'm absolutely okay.
Exactly.
Because spending
It
15
doesn't
minutes
always-
or
yeah,
half
it
an hour
doesn't
or 1
some-
hour of quality time with the CEO, it enrich
Yes, very
myself
enriching.
and it enrich the CEO.
Right. Which trend is a complete waste of time, like in digital marketing? What do you think is just a complete waste of time and people shouldn't even entertain?
A lot of you are going to kill me, but in so many businesses, one of the biggest waste of money and time is social media.
Oh my God.
No way, no, it's not true, it's not true.
You might as well just finish, close this podcast. I mean,
You know how many companies we analyze and we measure the return of investment of each and every single digital marketing activity?
yeah.
Guess which activity is the one with the lowest ROI? Social media. Now, there
Please explain
are
why.
some companies doing great, but the majority are doing wrong. Not because they don't do it nicely, not because the posts are not nice, but because they're not getting results.
That's so funny because
Everyone like to see, look how many views I got.
Yeah.
Look how many likes.
It's
look how many comments.
It's about the
Good.
conversion.
What are you getting out of it?
Yeah. Are they
If you're an
converting?
influencer, you get 150 million viewers per week, per month. You get massive amount of money from every social network.
Of course.
They pay you. Plus, the brands, they want to work with you.
Yes.
And they pay you to work with you,
Yes.
etc., etc. That's one way.
Yes.
But if you're not getting this kind of return of investment, if you're not getting leads, and just you see, oh, I got views, I got click, I got likes.
Yeah.
Start analyzing how many are real, how many are fake. Then you start changing a little bit the perception. And when you start measuring how many leads you got out of your social media, then you figure out.
Okay, I'm going to ask you this question. I'm in real estate and I'm in construction, right? And I want to create an online presence. Social media should be the last thing I should be worried about?
No, if you do it right, as a human, not as a company.
Okay, what does that mean?
For example, I've done also a lot of training, even for a lot of huge real estate agency. Some agency with more than 300 agents. And I've done something which is not the social media training, but social selling training, which is if you are a salesperson, how can you use social media to generate sales? Because a social media is typically a marketing job for marketing people with marketing background, with marketing knowledge. If you are a salesperson, you need to make number at the end of the month.
Okay.
And even if I teach you the deep, hardcore theory of marketing, you don't understand, you don't care, you feel that it doesn't work with you. That's exactly what I did to launch my first digital marketing campaign. When I was working for Oracle in 2003, I realized that with Google Ads, we can get traffic and leads. And I can generate sales. At the time, I don't have any experience with marketing. I'm an IT engineer. I didn't have any marketing background. But I realized that with this technology, I can get some leads and I can generate sales so I can get better commission. I explained this to the marketing team. They didn't got it. The country manager, which is responsible for a big number, he told me, let's do a pilot. I'll give you some budget. Let's try. And that's how I started. So the same thing. I don't see social media as a way to do marketing or something like this.
It's just a complementary thing.
I see in practical terms what's good at and what's not good at. Again, I don't want to generalize because there are still 1 or 2% of companies doing great. I've seen so many companies, so many real estate companies doing this amazing, nice video, beautiful, etc., etc., etc. Still, when we talk about numbers, I do this exercise every time, and I ask people just to post their best brochure that the marketing, branding team, agency, they've done it, post in their social media. And half of them, they post the best brochure of their own company. The other half, they post a selfie. The selfie get 20 to 50 times better engagement than your best marketing brochure designed by the best marketing chief, marketing designer, creating person, blah,
But
blah,
actually,
blah, blah,
that's
blah.
very true because even on social media, when I post stuff of myself, like me talking into the camera or just like a very candid video, I always get a lot more views than a podcast clip that's like nicely done, nicely edited. People just consume the raw footage a lot more.
Yeah, and a lot of other people now are gonna kill me for the other things that I'm about to say, which is why people buy Tesla, which is expensive. That's good for the environment, no doubt. But it's clearly a lot less comfortable than having a petrol car, which you go to the petrol station, 1 minute, you fill up, you go, and you forget about it. Then, I need to think to recharge, I need to go home, I need to remember to put the car under charging, and it's expensive. Tesla did not invent electric cars. Actually, electric cars were invented before the petrol engine car.
The electric cars were created before,
the first electric car was created before the petrol engine. But they didn't got traction because the battery was bulky, complicated, etc., etc., etc. So petrol engine.
Actually, didn't know that. That's very interesting.
But why we buy a Tesla and we are so happy and we pay so much? Because of one simple reason.
Which is
called Elon Musk. We buy Elon Musk, which is the key person of influence. He's not an influencer. An influencer is the nice lady showcasing products and services. Elon Musk is a key person of influence. And one of the biggest shifts that we will see now is that the CEOs are going to be doing more public appearance, more key person of influence online rather than meeting with their team.
That's true.
Now, I know that it's tough for somebody that comes out from the London Business School with a huge MBA, with a huge education, etc., 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 to start becoming a public figure. It's not easy. Many of them, they need to learn a lot to become a public figure. This is what's going to keep growing the company and is going to give the vision and the direction to the entire company to follow the number one guy.
Okay. And I mean, this is we're going to get to that. I actually have a section just purely about influencer marketing and how it's also changing the industry. But going back to social media, because you were commenting on it.
And just another thing that more people are going to kill me. Why people buy the iPhone? Because of Steve Jobs.
Steve Jobs, I was going to say.
No. The iPhone is the best phone ever produced. Because you love Steve Jobs.
I mean, I used to be a Samsung user, and then I switched to iPhones. So I can tell you that iPhone is a lot better. A lot better. Even though I think Google has it's better than Microsoft, and it's better than just all the other companies that provide apps for work. But I wanted to ask you about social media marketing. What would you say is more important for a brand? Virality or consistency? Neither?
They're both very valid points.
Yeah.
And they're both very valid points.
Yeah.
Now, if you're consistent, but you're consistent on doing crap, you still get crap after 1 year.
Exactly.
If you are viral and you don't do nothing else, even the virality sooner or later finish.
That's true.
Even a few years ago, I'm sure that you remember the video where Red Bull sent the guy with the balloon on space.
Yeah.
From space.
Felix.
Yes.
Felix,
exactly.
something like that. Yeah.
So that was the biggest viral video ever done, etc. Everyone is watching it. There are so many people they watch it. Right now, you still remember it, but you're not watching anymore.
Yeah, but
so even a viral video,
so crazy.
After some time, it disappeared from your mind. So as a brand, you need to stay on top of mind of your clients.
Yeah.
One way or another. Sometimes with a viral video, you capture the attention. Then you can still be visible and stay on top of mind of your clients.
Because people forget you. Yeah, people forget you. Yeah. You don't really...
After I got you, maybe I got your email, I got your phone number, I got with the remarketing, with pixel, with tag, with something. Then I will start shooting messages on your face from different angles, from different directions, from different platform channels. At least I stay on top of your mind.
Exactly, because I feel like even with us in construction and in real estate, it's always the people that are, let's say, there in the picture. They're always out there. All right. So what about the biggest mistake that brands usually make in social media? What do you think that is? Or social media or let's say in general, digital marketing?
In my opinion, they don't experiment enough.
Okay. So they just go ahead and do it without having proper, let's say.
No, they don't do it.
They don't?
They wait too much
to
think they should be perfect before doing it.
Yeah.
And by waiting, they miss other chances.
Yeah.
The huge difference between traditional marketing and digital is that with digital, it's very cheap to fail.
Yes.
Because if I set a huge banner and a big campaign and I take a big football player and I put it big on top of a building and it's going to stay there for 1 year. If anything happen, if any mistake, if any wrong something, it's going to be there for 1 year. And you don't even know if was very successful or not.
Yeah.
But online, you can see after 1 hour that you put something online in any platform if it's working or not.
Yes.
And you can always
immediate feedback.
adjust.
And you can also segment the information and segment whatever.
I'll give you an example. So many years ago, we launched the first Abu Dhabi Science Festival. And it was an event for kids.
I know that story. You mentioned that in your book.
And very good.
Yeah.
You're reading the book.
I told you. I read the whole book. You mentioned that in your book, and you did something for... Actually, I want you to say
there was a lot of time before the event, so we launched the campaign, and we target two individuals. We target the adults and the kids.
Yeah.
So the adults, bring your kids to the Abu Dhabi Science Festival because your kid's going to become smart, ready for school. Beautiful message for the parents. For the kids, come to the science festival. It's going to be crazy. There is going to be the lightning bolt, the robot, and stuff like this. Everyone like it.
Yeah.
But after 1 week, I was looking at the performance. They were both performing very well.
Yeah.
But the kids, I noticed something
off.
A little bit strange, a little bit off.
What was off?
And then I realized, wow, there are kids boys and kids girls. But we're targeting them with just one set of creatives.
Which doesn't work.
And I realized it was working okay. But for me, okay is not enough. For me, either it explode or I keep pushing.
Yeah.
And then once we created two set of creatives, one for the boys with the robot lightning bolt and one for the girls.
Yeah.
Pink, Lisa Simpson on a science fair, reading a book, like becoming a scientist, something like this. Boom, we nail it.
Yeah.
So that's the idea, that you can measure everything after 1 hour. And you can still adjust.
Yeah.
That's why I spoke so many times with big marketers. They all told me the same, that to do a big banner on a big billboard, it's very easy. You drop $500,000
Yeah.
or 1 million dirham to the advertiser, they do everything for you.
Exactly.
You sit, relax, enjoy the show.
But if you calculate
But you don't know how much is going to be the ROI, how many people you're going to influence, you're going to touch, they're going to react, etc.
I think these billboards...
Online, you need to work very, very hard.
Yeah.
Because you need to prepare things, you need to think about a lot of different things, a lot of different settings. It's a lot harder work. It costs you less.
Yeah.
You put it up and you see the results immediately. And you can start tweaking and adjusting the results and get better and better and better performance. Especially you can absolutely accurately measure the ROI.
Yeah, that's true. And you also talked about like how that in comparison is to the banners and how much people invest in like the big banners on the roads. Yeah. And like I always just wondered...
Which are still part of the marketing mix.
Yeah.
But...
It's not the main one.
You need to justify them. And then there is a technique that I suggest. Typically, you invest 70% of your marketing budget in those tactics that are absolutely proven, guaranteed that they're going to work.
Yeah.
Then 20% on tactic that you think that they're going to work, but you're not so sure.
Yeah.
You still have doubts. And 10% absolutely experimental tactic.
Okay, interesting. And what would you say is the best social media platform now?
The most popular is TikTok.
Let's say the best one in terms of marketing and what you could do with it.
Again, for example, Facebook was the platform for kids when they was launched. I still remember 12 years ago at my first conference when I was speaking and explaining organization, the power of running social media campaigns, social media ads, social media management. And the majority of the companies back in the days, they used to tell me, look, Christian, social media is for kids.
Yeah.
Facebook is not serious. Yeah. Our brand, it's a big brand, very serious. We cannot be in Facebook.
Yeah.
And I was shocked. I was thinking, how can I convince these guys? And then a few years later, they come back to me, Christian, how can we grow these likes? Because there is this little company that was born 1 year ago and is much bigger than ours. Yeah. And we are a big group, very serious.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, you are late.
You're late
it's
to
never
the party.
Too late, but you're late.
Yeah.
Then, year after year, the time and the age of the user shifted. Why kids, teenagers, they abandon Facebook after a few years?
Why do they abandon? That's a good question. I don't think, I think like Facebook is not perceived as cool anymore.
No, there was a major issue for teenagers because their parents noticed them in Facebook. They joined Facebook to check what their kids were doing. And the kids ran away. Where do they went? Snapchat. Because in Snapchat, the conversation got removed after some time.
What got moved?
So, removed automatically. You can put, I'll send you a message in Snapchat and after 10 minutes, disappear.
Yeah.
So,
it's a dream
the parents,
come true.
They cannot see that.
Yeah.
They cannot see the message. So that's what basically moved to Snapchat.
Yeah.
Now, my mother, a few years ago, started in Facebook. And she's extremely happy. Now she's 75,
so nice.
Very happy because I post sometimes the picture of our kids. She see the picture, she like it, she writes some comment and stuff like this. So again, everyone is in Facebook. Yeah. But who is spending time?
That's true.
Not business people anymore. Everyone is in Facebook. Every business person, even the CEO, even the chairman. But they're not spending time. If they enter a few seconds, and check a couple of things, post a picture for their relatives. Oh, happy birthday. Oh, it's the birthday of my relative. I wish him happy birthday. They leave.
Yeah.
But where they spend more and more and more growing time in TikTok and YouTube.
That's true. TikTok.
YouTube is always difficult to find.
Which one?
YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube.
Always difficult to find good content that keep you there for longer. And the content in YouTube need to be higher and higher and higher, more and more professional. Yeah. Your podcast is extremely professional. It's very nicely produced. And TikTok is the platform that still, whoever has more than 40 years old believe that TikTok is for kids. Yeah. Guys, I really, really want you to join TikTok even without posting. Yeah. I can tell you, after 5 minutes, TikTok knows exactly who are you, what you like, and what you don't. And you don't spend time watching videos that are going to be longer and longer and longer. Yeah. You're going to see straight away content that you like, and believe me, you're not going to see the crazy guy crashing the head against the wall like my kids love it. Yeah. You're going to see professional people,
Yeah.
thought leader, trainer, the biggest guys in the planet are on TikTok.
Yeah. And you would say, would you say that SEO rules the internet, or do you think it got replaced by something else?
Very
Search
good point.
optimization.
Yes, there are
Search engine optimization.
there are many good and bad points about SEO, and there are many controversies.
Yeah.
SEO used to be one of the first form, if not the first form of digital marketing advertising or digital marketing tactic.
Really?
Because once the search engine was born, somebody realized if I appear first, I'm going to get a competitive advantage.
Yeah.
And SEO was born. Then it came advertising, pay-per-click, and the social media and video and so on and on and on. Now, most of the articles for SEO purposes are generated by artificial intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
But also the search engine is much smarter than us.
Yeah.
And he recognized that one article has been generated by AI.
Yeah.
So bottom line, if you search in the search engine, in Google or in Bing, in many cases, you're already getting some reply from AI.
Yeah.
So why Google, when you search something, should send you in a website where there is content generated by AI? Google or Bing, they can give you straight away AI content, straight away. So why waste your time to go to another website which there is content like that? So it's going to be very difficult to produce content which is going to be worth reading it.
Because I noticed, like, the problem is with SEO, it's also how you position yourself, right?
Yeah.
So I think you also mentioned something funny in your book. Like, what did you say? You said, yeah, if you're in page number 2, you're a loser. I think, and you have to position yourself basically you have to be in the first page, basically.
And actually, not
Google.
anymore. If you're not in the first 3 results of the first page, you're nobody. Because now,
but that's
when
the
you
thing.
search,
But this is my question
you
to you.
scroll
Like,
a lot of results which are paid ads.
yeah.
And only after scrolling some time, you see the first organic results.
But like, how do you? Okay, my question is, how do you get yourself to be in the top 3?
You pay. You pay Google and you're first. You skip the queue. You go straight away to the VIP section, which is the paid section, and you put whatever you want.
And for you argued in your book that it's pay-per-click, so you only pay if people click. So it's not bad.
This is the tactic that I started 21 years ago.
Yeah.
And I'm still using it today. Again, now it's extremely competitive because 21 years ago, one click was costing me 1 cent of dollar.
Oof.
For anything, any keyword, anything, any country. When I moved to Dubai, 1 click was costing me 2 fils, 2 cents of dirham. And actually, in one campaign, I managed to get 1 cent of dirham. I still remember it. I still have the screenshot, 1 cent of dirham per click. I'm going to take it because many years from now, people are going to get crazy.
Yeah.
And I was right. Just a competition. More people come and play the same game, the more the price increase. And at the end of the game, who win? Google.
Yeah. I mean, not just the data, but they managed to control the whole ecosystem of
It's extremely smart. It's a genius, smart way. Everyone think, oh, I'm good. I should charge $20 million for my ad banner.
Yeah.
Google, come in. I'm the new kids. Nobody knows me. Nobody trusts me. I'm charging you 1 cent of dollar. What can go wrong for 1 cent of dollar? If it works, maybe you put 2 cents of dollar.
Exactly.
Now, some click, it costs you $60.
Wow. That's
but again,
crazy.
now there are enough people.
That's
now
insane.
everyone want to advertise. Everyone want to do SEO, SEM, social media, etc., etc. 10, 15 years ago, when I used to tell organization, they used to say, you are crazy, this is not going to work, it's going to take time. And that's why I become a lecturer, because I realized the only way to get people aware about these things is to teach them.
Exactly.
And that's what I did.
Because if you don't, we have a saying in Arabic that people are always afraid of what they don't know.
True.
So.
And that's something that I got also from Ernesto Verdugo, one of my first mentor in digital marketing. He used to say that until that moment, nobody knows that nobody knows.
Wait, again, until that moment.
I mean, until the moment, nobody knows that nobody knows.
Yeah.
But if I teach you something, now everyone knows that nobody knows. Then I created my space, and then I can fill the gap.
Nice. And do you feel like AI is influencing these results? Do you feel like it's affecting whatever is coming on the page, on the homepage?
Huge time. The thing is that everyone started becoming aware about AI 1 year ago or less because of ChatGPT.
Yeah.
It actually got launched a couple of years ago, or a little bit, just a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And I was amongst the first user to start using AI.
Yeah, I use it
2 years ago. 20 years ago,
Yeah.
when I was at when I finished my university in 2001, I was programming AI.
Wow.
Because if you study IT engineering, for you it's normal. It's one of the subjects. It's artificial intelligence, neural network, not at the level of today with large language model, etc., or deep learning. But this is something that every IT engineer know how to do it.
Yeah.
Some basic ones, some more advanced. But then I realized there is going to be the moment the world is going to recognize that AI is important, and at that moment, I'm going to be there explaining and teaching to them. That's why before that, more than 5 years ago, I start teaching to large organizations artificial intelligence in leadership, in management, in finance, in oil and gas, in pediatrician, in healthcare. And right now, they keep calling me to speak at conferences.
Yeah.
And 1 year ago, I wrote a book on artificial intelligence, and what's going to be the title? Pizza and AI. There is always pizza.
There's always pizza.
Exactly.
All right, but so you said paper ads. All right, let's say you have $300, or let's say you have $500 as a budget. How would you spend it?
That's not much, because in order you need
okay,
to
you know what?
Let
me make the question more interesting for you. No.
Actually,
wait.
I can answer you even if you give me $0.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I'm like, let's say you had a comfortable budget. Let's say you had a comfortable budget. Let's say you had, I don't know, whatever you feel is comfortable. How would you do it?
First, I will really think what is my product, who is my audience, and how can I reach them.
Okay.
Because again, if you ask Google, what can I do with $500? Pay Google.
Yeah.
But depends which industry you are, who is your target audience, what your target audience are doing during the day, how they spend their time, so you understand how to target them.
Yeah.
If you're not sure about it, ask ChatGPT. They will tell you. When you know how to reach them, then you create content for that specific platform. If it's Google, if it's Instagram, if it's TikTok,
it has to cater
if
to
it's
the
Snapchat,
people that are watching you.
Exactly. And that's bottom line. Then creating content is something that technically it's technical.
I mean,
because everyone has a mobile
time
phone,
and effort.
Everyone has an internet connection. You create a page which costs you $0, and you create content, and you start getting leads, something.
Yeah.
Then from that, you build up everything else.
Okay.
So many people, they still believe that the website is the best, and you spend so much money and time and brain power to create the perfect website.
It will never
Where
be
actually
perfect.
95 to 99% of people landing in any website, they do not convert.
Really?
Not because it's a bad website, because people, they don't like website. They prefer to stay where they are.
Yeah.
Which could be social media, which could be YouTube, which could be this, which could be that.
So that's why right now you'll notice that most of the apps,
they become super app because people, they don't like to leave. They will feel uncomfortable to go somewhere else.
Okay.
They prefer to stay in the same place.
Yeah.
YouTube, for example, for those of you that are not aware, is not only the best video platform in the world, etc., but it's the second largest search engine. So consider YouTube a search engine.
Second largest
search engine after Google. So people prefer to search in YouTube.
Yeah.
And we always should learn from our kids.
Okay.
I have two kids. One is 8 and one is 10 years old. Alessandro and Amedeo, which I say hello if you are, if one day you will be watching.
One day if you're watching or if you're awake.
They're gonna watch it during the normal hour after school.
Yeah.
But basically, they don't even go to Google.
Yeah.
When they go to a website, they leave because they don't know where to go. They are familiar with TikTok, with maybe Instagram, maybe some websites. That's it.
Yeah.
So, as a marketer, I recognize that this is a problem. Because if I send you to any website, you're going to leave.
Yeah.
Unless some marketer did it right. And what they did, as soon as you land on a website, you have a person telling you a story.
Yeah.
Which is exactly
so it's
like
just
YouTube.
to sort of catch your attention.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So in your book, you described that the SEO process is like pizza. I get you had to. You're Italian. But you said that there are four main components. Why are like what are the four main components and why did you categorize them in those?
Oh, you want to reveal all of the secrets of my book, so nobody's going to buy the book anymore.
No, I mean, that's your way to market the book.
Actually, I like to divide all of the SEO activities into two categories. And that's why I say that some of the categories, some of the activity are part of the base of the pizza, the dough. And that's what you need to do just as a base. Then the second activities, second set of activities are the toppings.
Yeah.
You can put more toppings, less toppings, but the pizza still is going to be good. More toppings sometime is better.
Yeah.
But again, the base are the most important part. And the base basically is the content.
Okay.
Or how you optimize each page.
Yeah.
What's called on-page optimization or on-site optimization.
Yeah.
Those are the activity that a lot of SEO agency or companies, etc., they tend to do only the second part, only the toppings. But if you don't have the base properly done, you're not going to get anything.
Okay. That's a very good way of putting it. But you also mentioned in your book that there are golden rules that need to be followed for SEO. So what are those golden rules?
There are many.
But let's say
bottom line,
a handful of the most important ones.
Sure. The one that I discovered so many years ago, actually because speaking at events, they gave me a big advantage that I get the chance to meet the biggest guys in every country.
Yeah.
And then after the event, we always exchange ideas. We spend some time together between speakers. And that's how I get across different ideas. And I met many guys that they used to work in Google in the Silicon Valley office.
Yeah.
Then I met other that they work in different offices, etc., etc. By putting all of the information together, I create my own way because nobody knows with 100% accuracy the formula.
Yeah.
Only two people in the world.
Larry Page,
Sergey Brin. Very good, bravo.
Are you happy how well I read
good.
your book?
And who are they? For people that say, who are those two guys? Those are the co-founders of Google.
Yeah.
But for sure, they are not going to tell anyone the secret sauce, the secret formula.
Yeah, obviously.
Which on top is also extremely complicated and is keep changing over time and is getting more and more and more sophisticated, also thanks to artificial intelligence. At the same time, because I met so many people that they were working there and everyone was in charge of a piece of it, a piece of the cake. Now putting all of the pieces together, I realized that one of the things is that Google use a lot of signals to understand if a website is good or is bad. Let's say that I search best construction company in Dubai.
Yes.
Technically, in your website, you should write a lot of times, a lot of article about best construction company in Dubai. We're the best construction company in Dubai because we built
so
a
that
best
it can
construction company
appear
in Dubai.
up in the results.
Exactly. But if there are 1,000 companies and they all do the same, somebody's going to be first, somebody not. Google always find a way to find out what is the best for the user. And I realize the best for the user is the websites that gives the best user experience. If you go to a website and you are so happy what you do, you stay on the website for longer. If you go to a website and you don't find anything interesting, even if it's the best company in the planet, you leave. So Google realized that website is not so good. Even when we write the keywords so many times, in so many pages, etc., when people spend more time on one website, that website gets a higher score.
Okay. So that means, in a way, what
Which
you're
means
trying
that
to say...
the content should be more engaging, should be better, it should keep you there for longer.
Okay.
And one of the trick is, for example, if you put a video and people click and play the video, they will stay there for longer.
I think what you're trying to say is basically Google rewards the websites or that have the best user experience by pushing them up in the results.
This is not the only way. I mean,
it's one of the ways.
I always explain that SEO is a competition.
Yeah.
And to win in a competition, you need to do all good,
Yeah.
better than your competitors.
Yeah.
If you do only one or two things, amazing, but you don't do anything else, you don't win the competition.
Okay.
So everything needs to be better than your competitor. If your competitor are very poor, you do average and you win. But once your competitor get better, you also need to get better.
Yeah.
It's like when you train to win the gold medal at the Olympics, to run faster than everyone else, you need to train not only your legs, but your torso, your mind, your muscle, your entire body should be ready for it. Yeah. And that's what SEO is about. By training your digital activities around SEO better than anyone else.
Let me ask you about this now. What do you think of email marketing? Because I get so much spam all the time. I have to block everything. What do you think of email marketing? And do you really feel like it still has an effect?
It can be still an effective tactic, but with a lot of but. First of all, there are now very strong privacy laws in every country of the globe. Now, Europe is the one with the toughest, with the GDPR. The Middle East is not yet so tough, but there are tougher laws and getting tougher. Yeah. Technically, thanks to the TRA, the Telecommunication Regulation Authority, if you get spam, technically you could complain.
But I mean,
it's not yet
but
you
gave them the email, so how can they make a complaint?
Depends.
Okay, maybe they got the email from someone else.
Exactly.
Yeah, maybe they bought the data from someone else.
In Europe, GDPR is very tough.
Yeah.
If you complain, they can give up to €50,000 fine.
Wow.
But there are always dodgy companies doing it from some other country, etc., etc., etc. So not so easy.
So
it can be still effective, but even email marketing, which is one of the oldest form of digital marketing, again evolve over time. Now to do it effectively, you need to do a completely different way. It's not just about I spam 1 million people and some of them are gonna reply.
Like even you said before, it's quantity over quality.
The way you send, etc., etc. And then in order to not be flagged as a spam automatically by the systems, because every mail server is extremely smart. Google, Outlook, Gmail, they are very, very smart. They identify immediately that it's a spam and straight away go to the spam folder. So in order not to go to spam, you need to do every year more work than the previous year.
Okay. And let's pick small companies. Let's pick smaller companies. What would you say, how would you say the smaller companies can compete now, especially when it comes to paid advertising?
Good point. Small company can compete because they are much more agile. I work with startup and I work with Fortune 500 company.
Yes, because I was going to ask you that.
The big company, to make any decision, it takes time. To change everything, no. It's always a big question and asking people something to change a little bit. It's a big deal.
And it's a big headache.
Small company, very agile. Start today, change direction until they crack the code. Small company are much more agile than the big one. And actually, talking about the future of artificial intelligence, a lot of people, including myself, believe that the next $1 billion company is going to be done by 3 individual maximum.
Wait, the next $1 billion company is going to be done? It's going to
be a 3-person company.
Okay. So and then everything else is automated.
Is AI.
That's what you mean.
And
okay.
You don't need to ask people, hey boss, can I do this? No, you do it. You ask AI, do it. You don't ask your boss that you need to ask the boss, and need to ask the boss, and need to ask the boss. Internal politics and power games and decision making.
Yeah.
AI, do it. And he does it.
All right. So if you had to, you're the chief marketing officer of a company and you're creating a budget for 2024 for marketing, how are you going to allocate the budget? I'm going to give you a number. Let's say, I don't know, $100,000.
First of all, I pay at least $10,000 to Professor Christian Farioli that can do the strategy for you. So the remaining $90,000, you're going to spend very wisely.
Okay.
Otherwise, what's going to happen? Everyone's going to tell you something that he knows.
Yeah.
But he cannot tell you what they don't know.
Yeah.
So you will do what other people think that's going to be good for you.
Yeah.
But actually, most of the time, it's going to be good for them.
Because they don't know anything else.
It's going to be good for them because they are the ones selling you the service of the system.
So what does that mean for the 90,000?
First, we need to spend the time and some money to really have a proper strategy.
Okay.
The strategy which includes a lot. Really studying it, the market audience, target segments, my product, my service, how do we stand so far, doing a full digital audit to all of the digital channel that we are using it, calculate the ROI of each channel, have a proper analytic platform that is tracking all of the results, etc., etc., etc. After you've done it all and you track and you analyze and you understand, etc., etc., then you plan for the future. But to say, how can you go to Abu Dhabi? First, you need to know where is Abu Dhabi. First, you need to understand what's the road that you're going to take, how you're going to get there. If you need to stop to refuel petrol, or you go walk, or you swim, whatever, you prepare a plan. When you have the plan ready, then you put the money, you put the petrol, and you go. So that's the important part that unfortunately not many organizations they do. They do a very simple strategy done in a way that it's okay to present to the boss. That's going to be our strategy, and that's what we're going to do.
But it's not going to be beneficial for the company. All right.
Especially now that we are talking about a very competitive market. 21 years ago, you do any digital activity, you are succeeding. 15 years ago, the same. 10 years ago, little bit here, little bit there. Right now, nobody succeed. You need to really, really, really thought wisely how you're going to spend each dollar, because what's happened, organization, the majority, they are unaware, and they throw money here and there and there and there. They get some results. They don't know exactly
but they don't
where
get
the
right
from.
results.
They get some results, but they don't know exactly where they come from. So they are wasting a lot of budget to what they could have done if they would have planned it better before.
And what would you say matters more? The perfect audience, like targeting the perfect audience, or having the most creative ad?
That's very interesting. They're both very, very, very important. If you target the perfect audience, now you need to be absolutely terrible to have a bad message. At least if the right audience get somehow some sort of okay message, some of them they will react. If you have the perfect advertising, the perfect viral video and stuff like this, hopefully you're going to get the chance that the right audience is going to see your stuff. Because once something become viral, I mean, as you say, you didn't know Mr. Taster. Which I'm extremely shocked about
Again, sorry for Mr. Taster. I really don't know who you are, but I'll look you up after we're done.
So, for example, 150 million people, they see his stuff. You're not one of them. So you're never going to buy whatever product or service that he send across the message.
Okay. Let's go now to the one that to a topic that a lot of people like and dislike, which is influencer marketing. So influencer marketing, do you think it's just a hype, or does it actually deliver results?
It delivers, but you really need to check your numbers, because has been proven. There are even documentaries, not because I say so. There are even documentaries in Netflix about influencers. And clearly I remember they were mentioning about a lady in UK with 1 million followers, and company pay more than £5,000 just for one post, and actually 100% of her followers are 100% of the followers are fake. Some marketing person, they still believe it, they still like it, the way she posts and stuff and things like that, and she pay her money. Again, yes and no. Do your math before. That's why calculate your ROI before. As a marketer, I like to experiment a lot. But as a strategist, I look at number first. Doesn't matter if you like it or not. If it works, it works. Even if you don't like it.
I personally believe...
If you like it, you love it, it's amazing, it's amazing, it's amazing. When there is no ROI, sooner or later your company shut down.
I personally believe that influencer marketing is like kind of like steroids. If you get used to it too much and you stop, then you kind of like lose everything that you kind of like built, because if you don't have a good strategy, digital marketing strategy from the beginning, you cannot rely on influencer marketing just to market. Maybe one video might go viral, but people want to follow you if you have good content, right?
That's exactly how it works. If you think a TV series, you start watching a TV series on Netflix and you love it. And when the episode finish, you want to watch next. Then the season finish and you are sad until they announce they're going to launch the second season. And everyone start watching the second season. That's exactly the same. You're an influencer. People like to follow you. If you finish your content, what people are going to say? Oh, that was a nice guy. but now it doesn't have any content anymore.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
you disappear. And once you start posting new content, the platform is gonna show first people that they constantly create content.
Yeah.
And second, they're gonna show you. Of course, they punish you a little bit
Yeah.
because you stop. Where again, YouTube wanna provide the best user experience.
Yeah.
User wanna get content. You stop producing it, they show somebody else. And that's why they say how many times per day I should post. I remember in 2011 or 12 pretty much, like 20.
You mean
like,
how many days to post on social media?
Yes.
Okay.
I remember 12 years ago, I've done a consulting for CNBC and CNN
Yeah.
on social media.
Mm-hmm.
And they were, first of all, when this happened, after a conference, I was thinking, are these really, these guys asking me how to do social media?
Yeah.
Are we crazy? They're the best journalists in the world, but they don't know how to write for the social media or for blog or for SEO. And then I realized when I had the meeting that they were averagely posting 80 times per day.
You're joking.
So you think, how many times should I post? 12 years ago, they were posting CNN and CNBC 80 times per day. They even have a team overnight that was going to the office during the night and posting news during the night as they happen. If a news happen at midnight, what you say, it's okay, I will post it tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
The news gets old. You need to post at 12 midnight.
Oh my God.
They were growing, but not crazy. They were growing little by little by little.
Yeah.
So that's basically the point. That's the more you post, the more people they will see your stuff.
Yeah.
But do not overpost. If you have nothing to say,
don't
say crap, because
Exactly.
people is gonna lose.
They're gonna pick up on
the
it.
trust that they have on you.
Yeah.
Was a nice guy, but now he starts saying something useless,
Yeah.
and then I unfollow you.
Yeah.
I stop watching you, or I skip the video before, even
Yeah.
if I don't unfollow. But because your content is not so good anymore, I go away earlier.
Yeah.
And the platform notice that your content is not good enough because people, they don't watch until the end.
Yeah.
And so suddenly you start decreasing your traction.
Okay. And what would you say is the most overlooked metric in digital marketing?
Good metric or bad metric?
Both.
One of the always my favorites over time in every platform, in every place, in every advertising, in every social media, everywhere is the click-through rate. Click-through rate.
Yeah.
The CTR.
Yeah.
So for those of you that are not so familiar, when even you search in YouTube and you see the thumbnails, you click one of them. The ratio between click and impression is the click-through rate. And the higher is the click-through rate, which means that your video get clicked the most.
Okay.
And when it click the most, you get more click, and
you get
YouTube
more
understand
views.
that you are good, and they show up first your thumbnail. So you get more chance. The same happen in Google Ads. The best click-through rate always goes up in ranking. In social media, the most click post is the one that goes up, that show up in your phone when you open. In every social media. The banner ads, the highest click is the one that get the majority of the click and pay the minimum.
Okay.
So the click-through rate is always my favorite metric, no matter what.
That's a positive one.
Yeah.
And
now
the
there are
negative
always
one?
everyone can say what's the good click-through rate. Every platform has its own click-through rate. Let's say in banner ads, industry standard is 0.1% to 0.3%. The average. There are some ads that we reach 9.5%. In social media, I reach as well 13%, even if the average is like 0.5. But again, just compare with yourself. What's your past month's click-through rate?
Yeah.
Now, this month, try to get better. The next month, try to get better. And then you see, out of 4 posts, 4 message, 4 ads, which one is performing better?
Yeah.
This one. Think about how can we make another which is going to be exactly the same. And the second most important metric is the view time for videos. If you publish any video in any platform, what percentage of video people watch? The more people watch, the better your video is, which means that the platform is going to favor you compared to everyone else. And the least overrated in social media is the likes. Least is the likes. How many people like your channel? How many followers you got in your Facebook or Instagram, for example? This used to be the number one metric, but it's been always a vanity metric. It just tell you, look how many followers I get. It doesn't say anything, because when I open my Facebook, for example, or my Instagram, I like thousands of pages, but I will see none of them. Because the majority of things that I see are my friends and the advertisers. But the page that I follow, I will never see them. So that's a vanity metric, purely vanity metric.
Yeah.
The number of comments are okay, not wow. The number of shares, that's good. When you create content worth sharing, that means that it's great content.
Okay. And would you say that when it comes to analytics, you mentioned also that there are vanity metrics and real value, right? So how do you distinguish between those two?
I mean, as I say, likes are vanity metric. Or the traffic to a website. We got 1 million page views. So what? How many conversion you got?
So
The
what you're
conversion
saying,
rate,
what
it's
you're
a good metric. The traffic or the page views.
So all these kind of like vanity metrics are they're all how can you say they're all based on like numbers of views but no actual action being taken.
Yeah.
Right? I think maybe this is the
Correct.
way of simplifying it because the action is the click-to rate, which is the one that you mentioned.
Or the conversion rate.
Or the conversion rate.
When somebody go to your website, they convert, they take action or not.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Now, moving on to something interesting. I think it's interesting. Maybe you can correct me if I'm wrong since you're the master of digital marketing. Do you think storytelling is important for digital marketing?
Of course it is. It's not always easy to implement.
Yes.
Because marketers, they love to think about storytelling. Creatives, they always love to think about storytelling. When you have a limited space, limited time, you don't have much time to sell the story.
Yeah. And
when,
even
when
if
you have
you
a
want,
little banner
yeah.
or a 3 seconds animation, 6 seconds animation, there is not much time to convey a story. Now, you could convey a story by having a sequence of advertising. Today, I'll show you something.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, I'll show something else. Next day, I'll show something else. It could be part of a story, but it's not always easy to have the person understanding what is your story. That's what I see that the implementation of the storytelling in current advertising is not easy.
It's not. And honestly, like even me, because I do this stuff and I'm like in front of the camera all the time, it's very hard to predict what people like. It's very hard. Sometimes I'm like, oh my God, this podcast is amazing. This clip is going to go crazy. It's going to go wild. And then I post it. I've got like 200, 300 views, 5, 6, 10 likes. And I'm like, man, it's impossible to predict.
Yeah.
It's really impossible. I have a friend. He's one of the most popular TikTokers here. And he's really, really, really good. He has like a lot of followers. His name is Fahad. I'll show you. And he actually says that because he's been doing it for so long, that now he already knows if the video is going to go viral or not based on just the whole storytelling. And he did tell me, I remember I told him, rate for me out of 10 how important like tonality is or this or that. And he said that storytelling is like one of like the most important ones. Like it's just...
For long content, yes, I agree.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, there is...
not even long content. Maybe it's a 30-second video.
Yeah, I mean, still consider it long content because once you do an advertising or something, you have literally, it's not even a video. It's only an image or you have just a few seconds.
Yeah.
So when you have a little bit more time, then you can have a story.
Okay.
But actually, if you want technicalities, you should ask GPT to act as Mr. Beast and advise you on social media.
Really?
I follow all of his stories, not his content because he produced so much content, but the technical story and how he started.
Yeah.
He got a bunch of friends and they analyzing thousands of video.
Mm-hmm.
And every day they were spending so many hours in a huge team of people analyzing to figuring out, okay, if we say like this, if we say like that, if we look at up, we look down. And then you notice probably that few months ago or 1 or 2 years ago, everyone started having, for example, the thumbnail with the mouth open.
Yeah.
Because statistically, thumbnail with face, with mouth open, it gets better click-through rate.
Yeah.
And then recently, a few months ago, somebody discovered that the best is when you see only the top teeth, not the bottom teeth.
Oh my God.
And you see all of the influencer with their face like this.
That's so funny.
And in the video, then there is a certain amount of time where the edit should be cut, etc. There are infinite amount of metric, etc. But the best, I mean, you can follow all of them, and then again, do the trial and error. Because you are consistent, you keep doing it, and in everyone, you reiterate and you adjust only one thing, only one thing, only one thing, until you get better and better and better and better and better.
Okay. And let's take the flip side. What was the biggest digital marketing fail that you witnessed, or maybe that you experienced?
I mean, sometimes we don't always achieve crazy results in the first months.
Yeah.
And that's normal because we work in so many industry, in so many sector that there is not enough experience. I mean, now in 21 years, we experience almost any sector, or if not any sector. But there are always, if we launch a 3 campaign in the same sector for 3 different companies, some of them are going to perform better than others.
Yeah.
And some of them might even fail for XYZ reason. The thing is that after 1 month, I mean, you don't have enough. I mean, after 1 month, you have enough data to understand what went wrong.
Yeah.
But again, because the customer journey, it's much longer than just digital marketing. We show something in the face of a potential consumer. They click, they get inside, they look around, but they don't purchase or they don't convert. Then if we have enough time, we remarket, we retarget, they come back, maybe the second time they convert. If they don't convert, we push again other channel, maybe the third time they don't convert. If they still do not convert, maybe there is something on the landing page. But so many clients, they don't want to touch the website, they don't want to touch the landing page, they don't want to touch anything. They say, no, this is perfect, the website is perfect. If we want to change it, it's going to take so much time, it's going to cost so much money. The company that did the website, now they don't work there anymore. The guy left. So basically, it becomes, the website is what it is.
Yeah.
And if we send people in, if they do not convert, they do not convert, no matter what we do.
Okay.
That's one of the issue that sometimes happen. But sometimes I work with companies that are more than keen to say, if it doesn't work, you tell us, and we force and we make it change in 1 day. And after we crack a code, boom, we start increasing and we went crazy. I remember a shipping company, they were doing 7,000 shipment per month. We went up to 35,000 per month with the same budget, simply by cracking all of the advertising, the adjustment, tweaking KPI, and adjusting even landing page, messages, and a lot of other things. Other companies, they don't want to change, or they cannot change, they are not ready to change, and after 1, 2, even 3 months, they cancel the contract because we cannot get results. Again, the job of marketing is to get you people in front of your door.
Yeah.
Then, if they enter, if they buy or not, when they are in your door, when they're in your shop,
you have to give them reason to retain them.
And sometimes even the way that the product is wrapped is not very attractive sometimes.
Yeah.
Because if you are selling something word of mouth, that's easy.
Yeah.
People trust you. Word of mouth is always the number one marketing tactic. But if I don't know you and I see your entity, your office, your company, your website, your social media for the first time, you need to convince me.
Yeah.
And if you're not ready to create an offer, to create something, to change the wrapping to your service, in some time, people, they don't care about you.
Yeah.
Simply because you say that you are big and powerful and strong doesn't mean anything. If people, they don't know you, they need to start knowing you. And there are a tactic to create awareness, etc., etc. Until then, they start buying or inquiring for services. But again, it's always about even creating something which is interesting enough for your target audience in order for them to contact you.
Okay.
And when this doesn't happen, unfortunately,
that's when the failure.
When the things goes wrong.
Yeah. So if you had to develop a real estate strategy right now, if you had to develop a digital marketing strategy right now, what's the first step that you would do?
I do the X-ray, a digital audit, full digital audit about all of the digital channel of an organization.
Okay.
A to Z. Like I put you in an MRI scan, full X-ray, top to bottom.
And what if they don't have any online presence?
There is always something.
Yeah.
Even a website, ugly website, which is still okay.
Yeah.
Even with an ugly website, some companies can still sell.
Oh, that's so funny.
But you need to start somewhere. And basically, doing a digital audit is the first step. Even how your product, your service, you're selling toothpaste. Every toothpaste is very similar, pretty much the same. But the difference is mainly the packaging.
Okay.
We even check the packaging. If you don't have a packaging, we can do it one for you.
Yeah. And if you had to pick a campaign that you were really proud of, one that really stuck with you, which one would you say?
I mean, I remember that, I mean, we have done so many extremely challenging campaigns.
Yeah, I know.
Even when we start, I was personally thinking, I believe it's going to work. But
I have no idea of knowing for sure.
No idea.
Yeah.
Because back in the days, we don't have so much history. We don't have so many tests done in so many different industries.
Yeah.
And there is always a new industry come to you and you say, oh, we need to do this. new industry. That's good.
Yeah.
For example, when I started so many years ago in the banking industry, and one of the first customer was a commercial bank of Qatar, one of your favorite country.
Really?
And they say I got referred by other people, and they asked me that they need some help with some video because they've launched a video, but it didn't got viral.
Yeah.
And so they want to understand what went wrong. They want to do something else, etc., etc.
What was the conclusion?
I look at the video. It looks nice, but not viral material because it's conservative, nice, etc., etc.
Very well done, very polished.
Exactly. They spend a lot of money to do it.
Yeah.
And then just to make them understand what does it mean viral, I show them a video which I made 1 month before, stupid, silly, and it got 300,000 views.
Wow.
In a month. I show them, they were speechless. Then again, they asked me, what is this? I say, it's a video that I did 1 month ago. I say, really? And he got so many views. But how you did it? How you came out with an idea? And I say, I got inspired. And I show another, even more silly video. And they were like stunned. So they look at each other and they ask me, so what's your experience with banks in Qatar?
Zero.
Banks in UAE?
Zero.
Maybe in Italy. Have you working for a bank yourself? No. Anyone in your family ever worked for a bank? No.
Nope.
So the idea is that you need to know bank to advertise a bank.
Yeah.
My idea is all banks, they are very poor in getting results online. So it's better that I don't know any bank and I apply tactics that work in other industry. Because in digital marketing or in digital in general, the most advanced companies are the telco operators. And I've been working with Etisalat, with STC, with Mobily, and we got great results. They understand the power of digital, the power of AI, and a lot of other stuff. So we apply the same tactic to other industry.
Okay.
And they work.
All right. And would you say that
Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. No, it's fine. Take your time.
It was an alarm.
It's all right. Would you how do you stay up to date with the constant changes that are happening in digital marketing? Or would you say that there aren't so many stages? Because I remember that even in your book, you explained that a lot of your principles are actually timeless. Like they apply. Do you think there are constant changes?
Actually, in my book, I created all of the principles that you see, except the funnel, which is a very known concept that I got more than 12 years ago, etc.
Yeah.
But everything else is something that I create on my own. And actually, I keep learning at least 1 hour a day.
Yeah.
Of any other marketer out there in any sector, in any industry, in anything. Because 99% of the activity are most of the time the same.
Yeah.
They can sound very innovative for a normal audience. For me, this is what I've been doing it for 21 years. I've seen it almost all.
Yeah.
But there is always, every day, something that I haven't seen it yet. And I keep that in mind for some specific campaign and activity that can work for some specific type of client and industry, etc.
Because
so keeping myself educated, it's the most important part. And then because also another things that the more I teach, the more I learn.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm in a classroom with 15 top marketing executives from huge organization, I learn from them as much as they learn from me.
Yeah, it's an exchange.
I always figure out what are they doing in their own normal marketing activity and how can we shift that into digital and how we can use that somewhere else. I mean, in my career, I was teaching the marketing team of Armani, even Ferrari. And I mean, I was shocked to think, wow, I need to tell these guys something that they don't know yet. But actually, I discovered that Ferrari is an extremely strong brand that doesn't need any marketing at all.
Yeah, you explained that.
And it's all about selling to the existing clients and making sure sometime the existing clients, they bring you their friends.
Yeah.
And they don't need digital. It's so effective even without digital. But with few little adjustment, they can just leverage and multiply the same brand
Yeah.
online. Or they can control the brand. Because if we like it or not, people are taking your product, your service, and they're going to post something good or something nasty. And it's up to us to recognize, understand, avoid the problems. If it's a luxury brand, any nasty things can create a brand problem.
So you have to, I get you. And would you, if let's touch a little bit on AI. If you had to talk about artificial intelligence, and we spoke about it a lot, do you think there are some things that should just never be automated?
Actually, honestly, no.
Wow.
I believe that
I did not expect that answer from him.
100% of whatever we may think it could
Can
be
be
automated.
automated.
Yeah.
But then even a podcast like this will be between two robots or two avatars.
Two avatars.
Really? Like I would be at the comfort of my own house. You would be at the comfort instead of freezing right now. And we're having this discussion because
where my avatar discuss with your avatar.
Exactly. And you'll be in bed, I'll be in bed, but in reality,
avatar, they do their own job. Yeah. Now, at the moment...
but that's killing creativity, no?
Yes, it's already killed. Because AI is already more creative than human. AI is already beat human in every single field, in every single sector, in every single activity. What at the moment...
Did you actually double check that?
What at the moment we are using AI for is to tell us what to do, and we are the executor. Our brain is already AI. AI tell us what to do, and we do it. Soon, we're going to see more and more and more, not large language model, but large action model. Where AI is going to do the task. At the moment, we can ask, what's the best post we can do in social media? And AI, they will tell you the best post, what it should be. They can even create even the image or the video. The next step is he's going to post. And not only post, he's going to do more stuff than that. Right now, AI can also program an algorithm better than human. So the only thing that for now is not attached to the physical world is only in the digital world. The next step after the action model is going to be how we interact with the real world, which is going to need a robot. So AI need to use a robot to interact in the physical world.
Okay, interesting. And to your point, because you mentioned that customers, you have to give them reason to come back. What would you say would be the number one thing that keeps a customer loyal and coming back?
In what sector?
And digital, from the digital marketing perspective.
I mean, technically, if the customer has great emotions towards the product or the service or the company, they stay loyal. The example is Apple, because Apple is the company where almost every iPhone or Apple customer is an Apple advocate.
That's true. That's very true.
If you have an Apple, if somebody told you, Apple is crap, just a piece of junk, you want to kill the person. Because you are so involved, not logically, but emotionally, with the brand that you want to kill the person. You feel like somebody is insulting your own family. That's where you are at that level. And that's what the best marketer in the world are building something like this. Not just selling product. When the product is sold, it's okay. You are not at top of the notch. You are a good marketer, but you're not on top. When you build advocates, then you're on top.
Okay, fair enough. That's a very good way of putting it. And do you feel like digital marketing will replace fully the traditional marketing?
He's already doing it.
Already doing it. So you think it's just inevitable?
Even on the road, on the street, etc. People, where are they watching? When you are on the car, what are you watching? Are you watching your phone? Okay, if you're driving, you don't watch even advertising. If you're not driving, you watch your phone. And then on TV, right now, YouTube is now the biggest advertising platform as well on the big TV screen. Because we watch Netflix or we watch YouTube, we watch something. By the way, Netflix, if you think that is not advertising, read and Google what is product placement in movies.
Okay.
Once your favorite actor in the movie, he grab a sandwich from Burger King and you see half of the logo, Burger King pay to be there. When the Fast and Furious guys, they drink Corona, is not putting like the advertising in the 90s where the movie star was taking the drink like this and was this. That became clear. Now it's more subtle. They put the bottle in the middle. That's still product placement. This is still advertising on a big screen.
And do you feel like with the blockchain and Web3, things are going to change?
A lot of
For
social
digital
media
marketing, at
network,
least.
they try to create a new social network based on the Web3.
Yeah.
But until now, a lot of try, a lot of money has been spent, but no success.
Okay.
I believe it's not gonna be easy because once you get used to one social network, to shift to another one is gonna be very painful for you.
Yeah.
Even if the platform pay you money, give you revenue share or something like this, it's gonna be painful for you to adapt and to start a new social network. So I have my own doubt.
Yeah.
Now in some activity, but again, we are in a gray area where I don't see yet a clear, like I've seen so many times in the past with search engine, with other social network, with other activity, with other tactics. So Web3 and blockchain in digital marketing is gonna be used somehow by some huge organization, but not something that we even touch.
Yeah.
It's like artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
We think that it's new. Google and Facebook are using AI.
It's been there
decades.
forever.
And but we don't even feel it. We don't know.
Yeah.
Because it's on the background. Web3, we're not gonna. I don't believe that we are gonna use it anytime soon in our daily life.
Yeah. And what would you say was the best kept secret about digital marketing that often people don't appreciate? What's like a what's like a really good takeaway that people can have from and remember, apart from pizza and
right. I mean, I always say the click-through rate has been always my number one favorite.
Yeah.
All-timers.
Okay. And
if you don't understand what it is, Google click-through rate.
Yeah. I'll definitely read more about that. And what about platforms? Do you feel like there are any underrated platforms now that
more than one or two platforms? You need to consider that you need to put your brand into many digital location, creating many digital assets. It's like when you open a shop in a mall, even if it's the best mall in town, why you limit to one mall? Open your shop also in another mall, and another, and another, and another. Online, there are so many digital malls. Facebook is one of them. Instagram is one of them. TikTok is one of them. Google is one of them. Google My Business is one of them. And you have hundreds of digital assets.
Yeah.
Now, we spend so much time and effort on the website, which costs so much time and effort and money. Why don't give our presence in so many places as possible?
Yeah, that's true.
Just measure one of them is going to get you some results. That's going to be better than nothing. And it's going to be there forever.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's going to give you results over time.
Yeah.
Maybe little, maybe medium, maybe a lot. Even if it's only 3. 3 is better than 0.
Yeah, definitely. And if you had to eliminate or cancel or ban one marketing trend, which one would it be?
Social media.
Again, back to social media.
No, I'm joking. I'm still okay with it, but I mean, it's also has been proven that is the biggest time waster and productivity waster for any organization.
Okay.
Because people spend so much time in social media, then and because of that, they produce less.
Yeah.
And so many organizations, they ban the major social network from the internet in the office.
Wow.
Because it really takes a part of your life. Of course, they give you a lot of good things because you can learn good stuff. But it's not going to be easy to select. I'm going to leave you social media only in the learning things and not in the stupid things.
Yeah.
That's the kind of filter that doesn't exist yet.
And would you, in your book, you mentioned the Farioli method. I want to know what the Farioli method is.
I call it the waltz.
The waltz.
WALTS.
So passionate. So Italian. So passionate.
Actually, true story. I didn't come out with the idea of the waltz.
Yeah.
I was calling the Farioli method. And then when I explained to countless students, one day one of the students look at the board, at the drawing board, and he say, that's the waltz. Because they are the acronym of 5 letters, WALTS, but it was written in a different order. And he looked at that and I say, the waltz. And I look at that and I say, good one. And that's it. From that moment became the waltz method.
But what, can you tell us a little bit what it is?
Really, you don't want anyone to buy my book. We give away everything. So there are 5 factors that make any company successful or not.
Yeah.
Not only online or offline. 5 factors. And this is a concept that I created 16 years ago.
Yeah.
The first factor is traffic.
Okay.
Without traffic, you're empty.
Fair enough.
The second factor are your windows. So where you are showcasing your product or services. It could be your website, it could be Facebook, it could be your app, which is one of them. It could be a chatbot. It could be Google My Business. It could be the WhatsApp used as a social network to showcase product and services. It could be an aggregator. If you're a restaurant, you need to be an aggregator. How many aggregators? As many as possible. It could be Amazon. Amazon is another place where you can show your product and services. It could be eBay. So you have so many places aside of your website that can be considered. Then you have your sales system. Because we know and we understand that people go to your website, but 95 to 99% of the time, they don't convert. To make convert more, it's part of the sales system, which is navigability, usability, customer experience, call to action, copy, etc., etc. Full customer journey. And that you convert. You get your customer. Then, next step, build loyalty. Loyalty and love. When customers love you, they refer their friends. Word of mouth. Become advocates. That you complete the circle. Because your advocates bring you the best quality traffic and the cheapest. But again, it's missing one which keep together everything else, which is analytics. So with those 5 factors, you are okay for life.
Okay. Wow. Amazing. If you had to advise people and give them like 3 or 4 takeaways, like very special takeaways from being in this field for so long, takeaways as in like advice on what they should do regarding digital marketing, what would you say their focus should be on? Let's say they wanted to do their own personal brand online.
Okay, that's a completely different game. We notice, and I start also the journey of personal brand for myself more than 10 years ago, because I recognize that people, they might like my company, but they will always like me more than my company. And then
they will always like people more. Like
so many times, I had the company page and my personal page as a public figure. I post exactly the same content for several months. Exactly the same content. My page performs 10 times better compared to my company.
Even though it's the same content.
Exactly same content, yes.
Wow.
Because people, they like to interact with people, not with companies, not with logos.
So basically they felt like maybe they would be dealing with like,
So basically I decided that I was going to be more and more and more becoming a personal brand. Let's say build myself, etc., connecting with more people, interacting with more people, crafting my personal brand. That's another big and complex exercise. It's not just about being online. We need to know exactly how we're going to be online, for what we're going to be known for. In my case, was digital marketing. When people, in your group of friends, you always have somebody that is the guru of movies. And when you want to watch a movie, you call him. You have always the IT guru. When your printer doesn't work, you call your IT guru. And then you have your football guru. When you want to know which football match this week, whatever, you call the football guru, it will tell you everything about it. Basically, those guys are little personal brand in your sphere of friends. The sphere become bigger. That means that the personal brand become bigger. Basically, after any person,
and then it exponentially increases.
Every person met me once, they remember me for digital marketing and pizza. So that's my personal brand. And that's basically the idea that I built over time. Now, digital marketing is a very big topic, and it's very difficult to maintain the number 1 status because I've been doing it for 21 years. And I've been managing more than 1,000 clients. I've been speaking at 130 conferences, including Google, NASA, the World Economic Forum, train 16,000 executives.
I remember you told me about NASA.
It's very difficult to maintain this at that scale. Otherwise, there is a process that I use sometime with some of our clients to help them growing their personal brand and to craft the perfect message and the perfect persona that's going to follow the person forever.
And this is something that you say people have to do right now, because you have to have, I think we mentioned it before in our discussion, that you need to have your digital footprint somewhere.
Yes.
You have to be there.
If you have a bigger company, you need to become the key person of influence for your company.
Nice.
Doesn't matter that you are good or bad in your job. I mean, we have many examples. Richard Branson is extremely smart. He's not the smartest person in the planet. But he's also the key person of influence for Virgin.
Amazing. Wow. Well, this brings us to the end of this wonderful podcast. Honestly, I actually learned a lot of things from you today.
And I was really impressed that really you went through my book a lot and you really got your things through. That's very nice. That's
I did. I'm very honored and happy to have you here. And this is really a great book. Unfortunately, actually, I might take it from you, and then you could leave me a note.
Of course.
Yeah. No, but really, I really love what you do, and looking forward to also working on this thing that we want to do together. And yeah, like I think you really put your heart and soul into this book.
Yes.
I can tell.
Yes.
It's very, I'm not gonna say technical, it's very informative.
Yeah.
It's very informative. Like whoever reads it really has to like focus, because it's very detailed. Like it goes into the sub-levels and sub-levels of sub-levels of how you should approach your digital marketing. And it's good for someone that wants to start a new strategy and doesn't know.
Actually, I always want to give back. So I decided that for everyone that's going to get my book, doesn't matter, in any platform, whatever, you leave any review about my book, you contact me through any one of my channel.
Wow.
And then what I'm going to give you, it's unbelievable, because I already created my own version of ChatGPT based on my knowledge.
Okay.
And so I have my own version of GPT with all of my knowledge, and I feed that GPT with all of the
of
training,
your knowledge of your
digital
field.
marketing.
Yeah.
He read my books, and he got all of my training materials. So he knows everything. And if you just leave me any review in any platform, whatever, I'm gonna send the link to my GPT for you.
Actually,
Because
I'm
it's
gonna do
public,
that.
but it's not listed. So
I'm gonna do that.
I'm gonna send you the link, so you're gonna be able to ask any kind of question exactly like you're asking me, and they answer you in English, even with some Italian jokes. I really spend a lot of time and effort to create my own GPT.
Wow.
And that's it.
Amazing.
So that's for any one of you that are gonna buy my book and leave the review anywhere.
Amazing. Chris, thank you so much. It
You're
was such a
welcome.
pleasure.
You're
Thank
welcome,
you.
Mohammed.